welcome to the Hallmarkies podcast, and we are so excited today. We are heading over to Lifetime, and we are talking about the new slate of 30 Christmas movies that they have coming up for Lifetime, and we have a very special guest with us that we've had on our podcast twice before, but not for Lifetime. We have Amy Winter with us, and Amy, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, so you were working with Up in previous years when we've had you before, and now you are the Executive Vice President and Head of Programming for Lifetime. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Yes, that's so exciting. Congrats on...
Very exciting.
Yeah. And this happened before all this madness, right?
Well, actually, no, it was pretty much simultaneous, which is really just I keep saying the craziest onboarding experience that you can imagine.
Uh-huh.
I think my first day at the office was March 2nd, and 2 weeks later, the whole company was remote. So it has been very interesting. When we do finally get back to the days, hopefully we get back to the days of, seeing people face to face. Again, I hope I recognize everybody, because we truly took the makeup off and, went casual.
Yeah.
What happened?
Did you move for the job and then ended up going remote?
I didn't actually. Our Lifetime's offices are primarily in New York and LA, and I live in Atlanta. And so I had planned to kind of go up and back for at least the near term while we were just getting our feet wet. And so I'm hunkered down back in Atlanta with my family doing virtual school,
Mm-hmm.
which is, quite. I think I'm in the same boat as a lot of parents out there, where you try to find a hiding spot where competing Zooms can't hear each other and all that good stuff.
Yeah. I think that everybody is experiencing. They never knew that they would be using Zoom so much as in 2020.
I know it's the funniest thing too, because I think that we all look at ourselves and go, "Is that what I really look like?"
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I know. I mean, I feel so ahead of trends because I've been using Zoom for the podcast for many years, and so
early adopter.
Yeah. So, well, we were all really excited when we heard that you had gotten the job at Lifetime, and because it's like, oh, well, we know her, we like her. Yay, this is great. I feel like one of our friends got it.
Yeah, I love that. And it's so exciting because it's like, particularly Christmas, I just got, this team's got a whole bunch of Christmas toys to play with. So it's just a lot of fun.
I know. Yeah. So was there a time when you were kind of preparing that, well, we may not have any new movies, and kind of figuring out, well, what are we going to do?
It's 100%. First of all, I have to applaud our team across the board, because when COVID hit, I think we had a handful that one or two of the bigger ones were starting to close out or getting started, and then this hit, and then. And we had other original movies planned through the course of the year, from March until October. We're very much in the movie business. And we all looked at each other as a team and we went, you know what? They might not know we were planning to have this particular movie in August, but everybody knows we're supposed to have a Christmas season. So let's pivot all of our attention to delivering Christmas in 2020, in a year where everybody needs it more than they ever. And that's exactly what we did. So we reprioritized and shifted our timelines around, our production partners who might have been on a thriller. We said, okay, when we get back up and running, let's go directly to Christmas, and really accelerated as quickly as we could whenever we found that there was a pocket somewhere where we might be able to get a movie done.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really how they've done it. We're I think shooting the last two now. So we celebrate every time we wrap one. You know, it's a big like woohoo! We got
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
one.
You only have 2 more left to
Yes.
film. We're recording this on we're recording this on the 23rd of September. So, wow, that's incredible. I can't
Yes.
believe that.
Yeah. And I think what we've learned too, you know, is that, you know, as we continue to produce through COVID, that we're gonna be in the Christmas production business pretty much, you know, 365 days a year, just to make sure that we can, you know, deliver a season that everybody counts on. So we're already actually working on next year's concept. So
Amazing. That is incredible. Because I was thinking, well, I mean, maybe I was trying to think of, well, what are they going to do if they're not able to get filming again? Are they just maybe going to do like commentaries during, you know, classics, or I don't know. I was just thinking they'll have to come up with something to do to fill, you know, the space if we're not able to get any new movies. And I don't know, somehow we've managed to pull it off, which is really incredible.
yeah, I think so too. I mean, what our strategy was okay, we're going to fill up Saturdays first, then we're going to fill up Sundays, then we're going to fill
Uh-huh.
up Fridays, and now we have some premieres planned for after
Oh my gosh.
Thanksgiving on Mondays. So it's a wealth of riches, and they are
Wow.
truly terrific films. I mean,
Yeah.
I am so excited
Yeah.
to bring them out this year. So
And you guys are going to have 30 movies? Is that the plan, or will there be even
30-year definite.
30 or
Um,
definite? Okay.
there's the possibility that by the time this is out, we might add more,
Oh my
but
gosh.
yeah, you know, which we're very proud of, because it's more than it really is more than any single network or SVOD player out there. Like we have the biggest Christmas offering. So
Mm-hmm. It's incredible. I'm amazed. So, I, well, do you have to change things about the movies with COVID, in the sense of like less group scenes, less, you know, festivals, things like that? Does that have to be kind of
that's
changed?
such a smart question. And yes, there have been some modifications, that it'll be almost like playing a little bit of a game when you watch this season. You know, if you're watching an encore,
Mhm.
there's going to be tons of festivals, but with the new ones, you know, like I love, there's a movie we have with Melissa Joan Hart and Jason Priestley. And I thought they were so smart about how they navigated around. Like they were supposed to end up going to this ball, and what they did was they basically, like, she's very late, and so everybody's left and they have a special dance. You know, and it's just like, and it's much more intimate, you know. But
Yeah.
I think they found incredible workarounds, and one of my favorite ones has been when they were like, hey, can we cast married couples in these movies,
Hmm.
because then they can quarantine together, they're very comfortable around each other on camera. And so that's been a fun exploration that we looked at as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know that that Grayson Hole, he posted something like that about I believe him and his wife doing a movie for somebody, I don't know who, but but yeah, he was saying that they've been casting married couples in a lot of these romantic films, and as a way to kind of get around COVID, which makes sense. It really does. And I mean, I'm just amazed that you guys are finished. I mean, with the added, with having to quarantine actors, have you been using more Canadian actors, I would think?
you know, it is a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
You know, definitely there are some, you know, our friends in Canada have definitely been filling out a number of the movies, but we're pretty proud of the fact that we've
Hmm.
put together, you know, some very recognizable cast and some
Hmm.
some some big name talent. and tried to find the pocket of opportunity, whether it's in the States or there, to get the movie done. I think we actually also have one in Australia that we're doing too. So yeah, it's funny because you hear these like, oh, people are up and running and shooting in Serbia, and you're like, okay, how do we do that?
Well, and you have really made a priority of having a diverse lineup this season. And why was that so important for you for this season?
I would say that, in general, Lifetime's audience is very diverse and inclusive, and it's really important for us to feel like the audience is seeing themselves in our programming. So it's been a top priority for the network for a number of years, and I think we're really the leader in it. I'm very proud of that. So I think each year we try to go, okay, what haven't we done, and what do we think we should add, continue to do, and then layer in and make sure that we've got full representation. And what I love about the way that we do it is that it's entertainment. They're Christmas movies, and they're delightful Christmas movies that anybody can watch, but everybody should feel welcome watching them. And so, like, it'll be a familiar, warm fuzzy as you watch them, but it's just nice to see some new faces, and some authentic storylines in the mix of those as well.
Yeah. I mean, it just invites more people to the family, to the Christmas movie watching scene. if you feel like the stories, you can't relate to them at all, then it's less fun.
I totally agree. Yeah, and I think that that's just the exceptional quality of the team, the producing teams that we have, and the writers that we have on them, that they will bring everybody in, and make everybody feel like they're a part of it.
Yeah, and you must get an incredible number of pitches and ideas. And how do you come up with the slate that you've come up with? How do you weed through all of it and decide on the scripts and the stories and everything that you end up with?
It is a very, very complex web that they maneuver through, because we've got teams working on it, with multiple producers or executives on our team. And so, somebody will get a script in that they like, and then we have to check and make sure that it's not duplicative to a concept that somebody else has been already off and running with. So, it's really interesting to hear, like, oh, I got this one I really like, and oh, it's about a Christmas festival that went awry, and we're like, do we already have one of those?
Well, I mean, how many of those? We need more. We need more of those. There should be no limits, right? Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, we're making sure that we entertain ourselves too. So we're trying to, get the diversity in the storytelling as well. So
one of the things that I've appreciated in Lifetime is I feel like they are open to a little more whimsy than Hallmark. That you see a little more Santa, a little bit more magic, without maybe going too far overboard on that. But I don't know. I feel like there's a little more of that than on some of the other networks, which is fun.
I think I agree with you. Like, I think that we want to be playful.
That's a good word.
Hallmark is obviously fantastic at what they do, but we look at it and say, like, what's our play and what's our magic to the season?
Yeah.
And I think there is a whimsy to it. I think there's a little bit of sugar, a little bit of spice. We like to feel like we've got a little bit of we play with it, It's been fun to make it a slightly snappier, less I know exactly the types of things that you're talking about, because you and I have had the conversations before that we sort of spark to the ones that have a little bit of magic and wonder
Mhm.
to them.
Mhm.
And I think that we definitely try to bring that home here.
Yeah, like last year there was the one with I think it was a Christmas Wish, I believe, with Hillary Burton with the when she makes the wish of finding love, and then keeps meeting all these men just
Yep.
are falling in love with her.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that one was really fun. I really enjoyed that. And I know I like those kinds of or the soul the Nutcracker one last year.
Yes.
That was really fun.
Yes, those high concept ones that are just,
Mhm.
like, okay, I can really sink into this and
Mhm.
let my imagination go.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're really excited about these, and you're going to have your first one coming up on the 23rd. Is that right? Of October?
That is correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Christmas on ice.
Yeah. That one's going to be fun. And then you have, let's see, how many, got a bunch before Halloween.
We do.
On
And, I
Halloween.
mean, I think that's part of
One,
the
two,
conversations that we've
three,
had in
four,
our,
five.
yes, we're,
Yeah.
we're, we're cranking it up right away.
Yeah.
The reality is, my team told me, they're like, well, that was the most depressing thing ever, was when I was bringing everybody around to say, listen, I do think that this season is so much more meaningful this year, and we need to make sure that we're cognizant of what's going on in the world. And I don't think anybody really knows what's going to happen with Halloween, although my neighbors are discussing
Mhm.
like building some sort of contraptions and chutes so that we can deliver candy. but knowing that Halloween is a little bit in jeopardy, like, I feel like, okay, flipping to Christmas even, sooner rather
Yeah.
than later is going to be a very welcome thing for a lot of folks as we deal with what we're dealing with.
It's a good point. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even thought of it that way, but you're right. That since we aren't really going to have Halloween as we typically know it, why not just move on
Yeah,
forward?
gone in.
Very good. Very good. Okay. We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsors for this episode of the podcast. They are the good folks over at Care Of, and they've been a sponsor for us for quite a little while, and we're very grateful to them. And they have high quality products, meets personalization. I think that's what makes them special. And all of Care Of's products are formulated with good for you, clean ingredients that are backed by science. And they are super transparent about the research and sourcing behind all of their products. And you get individualized recommendations that come in daily individual wrapped packets that are perfect for getting back into a routine. We all are sort of struggling with that right now, and you have, even has your name on it. They're very individualized, and the way that they become individualized is they start you off with you taking their 5-minute online quiz. And this quiz, it asks you about your lifestyle, your belief in vitamins, how you feel about that, your lifestyle, your skepticism, your health concerns, all that stuff are taken into effect. And then you are given with your recommendations for what you should be taking. And that's very, very helpful. And you can adjust your pack at any time. It's like having a one-on-one consultation with a nutritionist, all without leaving your house. And I know when I took the quiz, I was able to narrow down to my sleep needs as being my highest priority. So I was able to get some of the Dream Team on the go quick sticks, and those have melatonin as well as other properties that are good for helping you to sleep, and they've been great. It's a wonderful service that they offer and makes things quick and easy. You can have it delivered, you can have it on a regular basis, or you can individually order your vitamins. Important for all of us right now with fall coming on that we fall back into a healthy routine. As the season changes, it's important to get ahead of taking care of your immune health. It takes about 30 days for your body to adapt to new nutrients. So now is a great time to update your vitamin and wellness routines to help support your immune system this fall. Care of products go beyond vitamins and supplements to include protein powders and boosts boost to help supplement your workouts as you move indoors in the colder months. So you will really find it helpful. For 50% off your first Care of order, go to takecareof.com, enter code Hallmarkies50. That's new code. So go to takecareof.com, enter code Hallmarkies50. It'll be great for you. You'll really love it. And thanks so much. So one that you particularly wanted to showcase is the Merry Little Christmas Wedding. That's Liddle. This is a sequel to the movie last year with Kelly. This has Kelly Rowland, Thomas Kidrow, and in the whole cast coming back from last year. And why is this one of your favorites?
This was just a labor of love. We absolutely love Kelly Rowland, and this was our most successful movie last year. And she's an executive producer on it as well. And so, this was quite the logistical accomplishment because getting into this was smack dab in the center of COVID and trying to make this happen. Mm-hmm. And with a returning cast, so she can't get married without her mom being there. Like, that makes no sense, right? So, right. Very, very proud to bring this out, and it's delightfully funny. We were just looking at the first cuts of it this week, but it's our first sequel, and we're excited to see. Yeah, we're excited to see how it does. So
that's interesting. I didn't realize this was first sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I interviewed Jamie Calica while he was over there filming it. So that was kind of fun. And I have to say, I wasn't the biggest fan of the first one. I'm in the minority on that. But I feel like it has potential to make for a nice wedding movie, I think. And when you've got some of those family shenanigans out of the way from the first one, I think it'll be really sweet. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, they are at it again.
Yeah, I bet. My friend Dory from All the Fields, it was one of her favorites last year. She loved it, so I know she's very, very excited about it. Yeah. So very cool. All right. Then we have Feliz Navidad, and that's DAD in all caps there. Tell us a little bit about that one.
This is a lot of fun, and it's just been a delight to work with Mario Lopez on this project. And it was directed by Melissa Joan Hart, but it is just a sweet, sweet story about a single dad who is a school principal, but takes a job as a delivery man during Christmas to really get his mind off the holidays, because he really misses his wife who passed away. And in the course of that, meets a woman, and spoiler alert, they might fall in love. But I also love in this one too that they do explore some Latinx traditions around, for this particular family through the holidays, and it's just really special.
Yeah, it sounds really sweet. And Melissa Joan Hart, she's not in it. She's just directing, correct?
Just directing, yes.
I don't know. It sounds like it's going to have some real heart to it and be very sweet. And that he'll have a daughter. It seems crazy that Mario Lopez has a 14-year-old daughter in a movie.
I know for us Saved by the Bell fans, it's just like, wait, what happened? Yeah. Oh yeah, I grew up too.
That's right. Yeah. What? How is this happening? But I think it's gonna be really sweet with Annalyn McCord. She's done Christmas movies in the past.
Yeah, fantastic.
So that'll be fun. And she's a musician, so are we gonna get some music at all?
Yes, absolutely. And both Annalyn and the daughter. So there's a connection there as well with the daughters prepping for a Christmas concert, and Annalyn steps in to help.
That sounds really good. I love a good Christmas concert.
Me too.
Okay, cool. So then we have Welcome Home Christmas. This stars Jana Kramer and Brandon Quinn. And what can you tell us about this one?
This is really special to us, and part of just feeling like we're bringing everybody in. We go into Christmas obviously in mid-October, but in the mix of the holidays that exist between then and the Veterans Day lands in there, and we just
Uh-huh.
felt like, is there an opportunity for us to really find a very special Christmas movie that still is, amazing, upbeat, does all the right things, but can really celebrate veterans and active duty members. And so this is a really sweet movie, where a woman finds love and works with, somebody who's back from active duty on a toy drive. And one of the things that I think is really cool, which I've done some work in the past with Craig Morgan, who's a really great country artist.
Mm.
He's also a veteran, and it's a big part of his DNA. And so they were able to actually add Craig Morgan into the cast, and he also
Huh.
became an advisor on the movie as well, because of his experience. And so we are airing this Saturday before Veterans Day, but then we're also bringing it out with some bonus material on Veterans Day itself, which I can't remember if it's a Tuesday or a Wednesday, but
Mm.
I think we're excited about it.
Yeah, that sounds really, really good. And directed by Brian Herzlinger, who we love on this
Oh, I love him.
podcast.
I just love him.
Yeah. He did he did A Twinkle All the Way last year, which we loved so much. We're
Mhm.
big fans of that. So yeah, I think that one's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to it. It sounds like a really sweet story. And so yeah, that'll be great. And that'll be really nice for all the military families this season. Okay, then we have the Christmas setup, and this is very high on my most anticipated list because I am a huge Fran Drescher fan. I've been dying for her to be in one of these Christmas movies, so I'm so excited about it. I know everyone else is excited for all the diversity and represent. It's awesome too, but I'm like, yay, Fran! So you made
Absolutely.
my dreams come true.
I mean, mine as well. Like, inspired casting. I was like just elated when I heard that she joined. But yeah, this one is really exciting for us. And
Yeah.
when we first were exploring it, this was one where I was like, oh, please tell me we're not doing like an afternoon special kind of
Yes.
Christmas movie. Like I when you sometimes people can have a tendency to put the message before the entertainment,
Yes.
and when I first heard this was in development, I thought, oh, I this might be one of those where we end up going that route. And then I read the treatment, and I absolutely fell in love. It is everything you want in a Christmas movie. And it's got the two most adorable leads, with these guys who are, they've been married for 5 years, Ben Lewis and Blakely in real life, and they're just absolutely lovable. And so I think, if you tune into it, you're going to see the universally beloved tropes and traditions of a Christmas movie. It's just that we've opened it up to people who want to see themselves in them.
Sure.
I really am excited about it. Fran plays the mom, which is perfect,
So
and
good.
yeah, I'm just really excited about
Yeah.
this one. And so this is actually filming right now. So they quarantined, and then I think they're already rolling. So
That's in it's filming in New England, right? In like in New
I,
York State or
I think this one's up in Canada somewhere,
oh,
but
is it? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that hurts so different. Very cool. I mean, I am very, very excited. I mean, I think that people are ready for a cute gay Christmas movie.
I
I think
agree.
it's gonna be so fun. And I think that Fran is your perfect person, because a lot of people, I actually have a little podcast that I do called the Fran Cast with my friends, where we uh where we recap The Nanny. And what people don't realize is that show was actually very progressive and had a lot of LGBTQ representation and a lot of other progressive themes to it. And so she's kind of, I think, a perfect person to have in this kind of progressive, this representation heavy movie, which is great. And I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I think we absolutely agree. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's why they really, went after casting her and bringing her into the fold. I for years, when we would try to acquire different TV shows, the performance of the nanny on Logo, at the height of all of Logo's great inclusive content, was, astounding. And we were like, that's, it's a testament to the show. And I think it's just great to have her as a part of the family.
Oh, so I cannot wait. I am so excited. And so I think, and just the plot, it sounds really cute. So and then we have a sugar and spice holiday, and this is really exciting. And I mean, just the cast seems really great, and the fact that you're gonna have a Chinese American story, it's just really cool. And I interacted just a little bit with the director on Twitter, and she seemed so excited. Jennifer Leo, I think that's how you say it. She seemed so excited. And I was like, welcome to the Christmas movie family. And she's like, yay. And so I think this is I think it's great.
Yeah, we, it's really important for Lifetime to feel like the inclusion is in front of and behind the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is a great example of this, that this came to us from a Chinese American writer. And then you talked to Jennifer too, which our fabulous director. And we just want to be as authentic as possible, and this one is actually shooting now. The script is delightful. It centers on a female architect who comes home, who is really missing her grandmother who had passed, but her grandmother taught her baking, and used to win the gingerbread competition all the time. And she comes home, she knows how to bake, but I don't think she has any real thought to enter the gingerbread competition. But then she finds out it's a pretty good prize, so she's like, okay, I'm in. And it's just a lovely fun and funny story. And she assigns everybody what type of cookie they are. I think we might be rolling out a what type of cookie are you Christmas cookie generator on our social around it.
That sounds so cute.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. And this cast is terrific. And I was so excited. I don't know if you've watched Mulan yet, but like right on literally the day after we watched Mulan, they cast Tai Ma, who is the father in Mulan. And I actually was a big fan of I think he was Man in the High Castle too. So
okay.
Just I think it's going to be fantastic.
I can't wait. I think it sounds really good. And I know, just the whole story I think sounds cute. And so I think it's going to be fun. And then another one you our guys are doing is Christmas Ever After. This is pretty exciting. It stars Ali Stroker, who won a Tony fairly recently on Broadway for Oklahoma. And why don't you tell us a little bit about this movie?
This is a true holiday tradition movie where a writer has writer's block.
Yeah. Yes.
Has to get away, and guess what might happen?
Yeah. It's a small town.
Yeah, love ensues. But yeah, she is absolutely lovely, and we were so excited and thrilled to get her in a film. This is, yet another way that we feel like we're really making sure that people see themselves
Mm-hmm.
as a part of our Christmas. And I can't think of anybody better than the most recent Tony Award winner with a much deserved honor, in our slate. So
Yeah, it it looks really cute, and yeah, I think that people, I know that some of our listeners have been really wanting a a person with disabilities to be represented, person in a wheelchair to be represented in a Christmas movie, and why not? And so I think it's great, and and it will be really fun. I don't know, there's just so many that I think people will really enjoy. And
I think so too. And, I think we're just really excited because we feel like we've brought back a bunch of folks who are familiar and beloved talent, like
mm,
Melissa Joan Hart, Kelly Rowland, and, Jason Priestley, for all of us 90210 fans.
mm-hmm,
But we've added quite a few people to, Keisha Knight Pulliam's back. We've added quite a few people as well, and it's just exciting to see, Marie Osmond's coming on.
yes, I loved her movie last year for a Lifetime. I thought it was really good.
Yeah,
uh,
it's
yeah.
really, really great. And then, we also brought Tiffany Haddish in as an EP on one of our projects called Christmas Unwrapped too. So like,
Oh,
the start of what is hopefully a long relationship with Tiffany, because we just think she's hilarious.
yeah, that's great. Yeah, you have Beverly Mitchell
Mhm.
coming back, and she's great.
Samantha Yep.
I I really liked Juliana Gwill's movie last year. The I forget what it was called, but I liked it. And so yeah, that's a great group of people that you have. Tia Sircar's coming back,
Mhm.
and she had a fun one last year.
Yeah, hers is that one's a lot of fun. They have a really they they have a tradition with this Christmas car that they go around and deliver presents in, and so it's very, very cute. Christmas Wheels is what it's called.
Uh-huh. Very cool. Well, I am really excited for these movies and for the season. We're going to be covering them, and we're looking forward to it. And so, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us about the slate, and for all that you do, and for all of this increased representation. I think it's going to be a really great season for everybody. And so, thank you so much.
Oh no, thank you, and I'm delighted to speak to you for the third time
I
in
know,
the
amazing.
weirdest year on record. Let's hope that when we talk next year, we can go, glad that's all done.
Oh, please. I mean, and then it'll just be like normal life if it's like this next year. I think we'll just adjust it to this new crazy reality. But
Oh,
at least we have
let's
Christmas movies to help us get through it.
hope.
So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you again.
And let us know if you're listening. Let us know in the comment section or on Twitter. Let us know what you are most excited about. Maybe it's one we didn't even talk about. That's fine too. So let us know. That'll be super fun. So thank you very much. And yeah, we'll have you back hopefully sooner than in a year's time.
Sounds great.
Okay. We'll talk to you later. Merry Christmas in
Merry
September.
Christmas.
We'd like to thank Amy for coming on the podcast. Really admire her so much as a strong, dynamic, powerful leader, especially in the world of media. I think it's amazing. And so we're so grateful for her support of the podcast. So make sure you check out these films coming up from Lifetime. And we also have our preview show coming up this week on Wednesday. We're going to have Dory and author Rachel McMillan with me to do that preview. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be super fun. So make sure you're looking forward to that, and make sure you're following the podcast, all of our social media. We try to post almost every single day. So it's so much fun. We're at Hallmarkies Pod, Hallmarkies Podcast podcast everywhere. And then if you are listening on iTunes, please leave your ratings and reviews. We really need those going into this holiday season. Please, please, please leave your 5-star reviews. We really appreciate it. And if you are listening on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate that as well so much, and your comments. And so thanks so much. And we all have our Patreon group, which we're going to be doing watch-alongs, other exclusives. It's going to be great. We're going to have a lot of conversation over there during this holiday season. So make sure that you check out the information for our Patreon, and we sure appreciate that so, so, so much. We also have our merch store, which has tons of festive designs. So you're definitely going to want to take a look at that. The link is in our description section. So thanks again to Amy. Really appreciate it. And we'll look forward to your thoughts. Bye, everyone. Merry Christmas.